There are just a little over 8,000 fire stations that protect the citizens of the United States. These fire departments are comprised of volunteer firefighters and career firefighters. Today, we seem to have a problem between the volunteer and career firefighters, and we call these combination fire departments. In most of these cases, career firefighters tend to push volunteers out or don't hold them as the same, even though their certifications might say otherwise. So today I would like to talk to you about how many volunteers there are versus career firefighters, how much money can be saved with just having volunteers, and also what standards are volunteers and career firefighters held to. So let's begin with how many volunteers versus career firefighters we have in the United States. According to FEMA and the U.S. Fire Administration, the fire departments registered with the census are staffed by approximately 1,190,000 personnel. This figure includes career, volunteer, paid per call, and as well as civilian staff and non-firefighting personnel. There were a total of 1,044,300 active career, volunteer, and paid per call for our firefighters, representing nearly 88% of the registered department's personnel. And according to key fire service facts, there were 783,300 volunteer firefighters in the U.S. This was comprising 69% of the nation's fire service. So there you see, we still have more volunteers than we do career. And for this reason, we're saving a lot of money by not spending as much on all the career firefighters that would have to be staffed to replace all the volunteers. So let's look at exactly how much money is spent, or how much money would be spent. Now this is just a rough estimate. This isn't an exact figure because some of these wages are higher for certain people. But according to Alex Tabarrok, free donated time from volunteer firefighters save localities across the country an estimated $139.8 billion per year. The average pay for a firefighter is $45,250 or $21.75 per hour. And according to the United States Department of Labor, for an average, that is 261,000. There is 261,000 career firefighters. So multiply that by 45,250, and you come out to a gross pay of $11,810,250,000. And like I said, some firefighters are, of course, there's a little give and take. Not all are paid 45,000, and some are paid more or almost double of what that figure is. So it's going to have a little play to it. The last factor we're going to look at is the standards that career and volunteer personnel are held accountable for. According to Green Careers, many organizations around the country hold their volunteers to the same standard as the career firefighters, as well as requiring the same types of certifications. Training programs are exactly the same, except when you are hired a career fire department, the academy that you must enroll in is shorter than the one that the career. When you are hired for a career fire department, the academy that you must enroll in is shorter than the one a volunteer has to go through. And according to Volunteer Fire Department, enrolling as a volunteer is still the same as becoming. The process is still the same as becoming a career. You must fill out an application, which consists of just about the same amount of questions. You have to go through an extensive background check to make sure that nothing's wrong, you don't have any charges pending, or even if you do, how serious they are or what they are. And then you must be voted on by your peers at the firehouse. You could still be declined in this process for either volunteer or career. career firefighters are paid to take additional training classes, whereas for volunteers, the money comes from the pocket of the volunteer, or the station can pay for it as long as it gets approved. Money that is paid for volunteers is raised by the volunteers by putting in more time and giving back to the public for fundraisers or having an open house so that firefighters can raise the money that they need. In the chart I have presented today, it is from 2013, and it shows the relationship of the number of fires versus the number of career firefighters. So this graph shows a relationship between the number of career firefighters and the number of fires. From 1985 to 2010, the number of fires has dropped from 2.3 million to 200,000. However, the number of career firefighters has risen since 1985, from having 225,000 to 345,000 career firefighters. Now, with the number of fires declining, why is there a need for more career firefighters? To me, we should be getting more volunteer firefighters and training them to the same standards. Therefore, we could cut the pay and give the taxpayers a relief.